আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বিসমিল্লাহির রহমানির রহিম। রাজবাড়ী মুখলেসুর রহমান মহাবিদ্যালয় কর্তৃক আয়োজিত অনলাইন ভার্চুয়াল ক্লাস সকলকে শুভেচ্ছা, অভিনন্দন। আমি অভিনন্দন জানিয়ে ক্লাস স্টার্ট করতে যাচ্ছি। মোহাম্মদ রেজাউল করিম, lecturer English Fazlai Degree College, Sadar Dinajpur. Today, I will take a class on the topic sentence. We will have to know what is sentence. Everybody of us are very clear, I hope, about the topic. So, I will try my level best to make you more realized, to make you more convinced about the topic, to give you some extra information, and the information will help you to clearly understand the topic sentence. Actually, what is sentence? Everybody know what is sentence. Actually, everybody says that what is expressed clearly is a sentence. The speaker speaks, and if he can clearly express sense, that we can call it sentence. It's a very common topic. It's a very common definition. But actually, if we analyze clearly what is sentence actually, then we will find some astonishing information, and hope everybody will get some information from here. Please look at the whiteboard. Here, what is sentence? What is sentence? We will have to know. আমাদেরকে জানতে হবে। A sentence expresses full meaning. What the speaker is trying to speak, what is the information of the speaker, it should be revealed clearly. If it is done, then it is a sentence. This is the common definition. But actually, we will find that in a sentence we will find some characteristics. If these characteristics are made in a sentence, then we will call, yes, this is a sentence. If it is not done, then we will find that this is not a sentence. What are the characteristics? The first characteristics: a sentence is a complete sentence. A sentence is a complete sentence. The second feature is that a sentence must have a finite or finite verb. Somebody says finite, somebody says finite. Okay. A sentence must have a finite verb. This is the most important thing at the time of considering a sentence. If there is a finite verb, then maybe it will be a sentence. If all the other features are met up. But if all the features are met up, but only there is the absence of a finite verb, then undoubtedly it's not a sentence. The most important thing about a sentence is a finite verb. Everybody of you will have to find out a finite verb in a sentence. If there is a finite verb, then it may be a sentence if all the other characters are made up. The third character, a sentence must follow structure. A sentence must follow certain structure. That means we know there are different types of sentences, like assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, optative sentence, exclamatory sentence, simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence, complex compound sentence. According to the degree, positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree, all these things vary from one to another. As the vary, we will have to know the structure of all the sentences. What is the structure of assertive sentence? We will have to know first. If we know the structure, then we will be able to follow assertive sentence. If we know the structure of interrogative, then we will be able to know this is an interrogative sentence. Suppose I will manage this. Suppose I eat rice. This is a very common sentence, very easy sentence that everyone knows about it. I eat rice. I mean, bhat khai. Here, this is, subject. Eat, we know, this is finite verb. Rice, we know, this is object. This is object. Subject, verb, object. Here we can find the structure subject, verb, object. As we find the structure subject, verb, object, we know the structure of the assertive sentence is subject, verb, object. That means this is a clear sentence. What kind of sentence it is? Assertive sentence. So you will have to know the structures of all the sentences. If you know the structures of all the sentences, then it will be very easy for you to identify what kind of sentence it is, how it is constructed, how is it making sense. Now, the most important thing is that I have written here, I, rice, eat. Is this a sentence? No. Everybody knows that this is not a sentence. Why this is not a sentence? This is not a sentence because here we find the structure subject, verb, object. The structure is subject, object, verb, not subject, verb, object. As the structure is not correct, it is not a sentence. But we can find here that this is also making sense. I, rice, eat. Ami, bhat, khai. No problem. We say in Bangla, Ami bhat khai. But in English, I rice it. This is not accountable. This is not acceptable. This is a wrong sentence. Actually, this is not a sentence. So, we can clearly understand, hope clearly you understand that here we have found the important feature, and the feature is structure. If the structure is correct according to the sentence, I have put here assertive sentence, and this is the structure of assertive sentence. This is correct because this is the structure of assertive sentence. This is not correct because this doesn't follow structure. So it's not a sentence, though it is making sense. Now I will come again here that a sentence should be clear, smooth, understandable, maintaining all the criteria of a sentence. If all the criterion and it's followed, then it will not be a sentence. So, at the time of writing a sentence, we will have to be very careful. I hope everybody of you have clearly understood what is actually sentence. What should it do? We will have to firstly know what is sentence, what are the characteristics of sentence. If all the characteristics of sentence are met, then we will call it sentence. So we will have to know the structures of sentences, the meaning of all the words, the position of the words. If we can follow these things, then it will be very easy for us to understand sentence. Next, the most important topic, how we will write a sentence. How can write a correct sentence? We will have to follow structures. And in a sentence, we will find subject, we will find verb, we will find object. Subject, verb, object. These are very important. We will have to know what is subject. Most of the students don't know actually what is subject. Everybody says সবাই বলে যার সম্পর্কে বলা হয়, for whom something is said, is called subject. Yes, this is a correct definition. For whom something is said, this is subject. We will have to identify for whom the speaker is speaking. Who is the speaker? If we can identify these things, then we will find what is subject. What is the subject of this sentence? And finding out the subject is very important, because after subject we will use find verb. Subject পরে আমরা ব্যবহার করব find verb. If we fail to understand the subject, then we will fail to use appropriate verb word, because this verb word depends upon subject. Subject denotes, subject identifies, subject suggests what would be the verb. Is the subject singular? Is the subject plural? If we can identify these things, then we will be very easily able to make a sentence clear, make a sentence correct. To make a sentence correct, these things are very important. We will have to find out subject. We will have to find out predicate. The two important elements of a sentence are subject and the second one. The first one is subject and the second one is predicate. We will have to know what is subject and what is predicate. Subject, for whom something is said, this is subject. What is predicate? What is said about the subject is called predicate. What is said about the subject is called predicate. I eat rice. Who is eating rice? I. This is subject. What I am doing? I am eating rice. The work of the subject is eating rice. This is the predicate. That means for whom something is said, this subject, and what is said about the subject is predicate. What is the information given about the subject is called predicate. So, the most important thing here, we will have to find out clear subject. Subject varies. Subject very good. We will have to know it. We will have to find out the real subject. For example, here the students of this college is oblique are meritorious. Look here, the students of this college is oblique are meritorious. Here is or are, what will be? Is we know singular, are we know plural. Okay, this depends upon the subject. What is the subject here? The subject here, the students or college. For whom this is speaking? For this college or for the students? Who are meritorious? The college is meritorious or the students are meritorious? Everybody can clearly understand that not the college meritorious but the students meritorious. So, what is the subject here? For whom we are speaking? We are speaking about the students. The speaker is delivering information about the students. So, this is the subject. This is the real subject. If we can find out the real subject, then we will be able to find out what will be the verb. The verb will be here. Because here the students plural. We know if the subject is plural in present indefinite tense or simple present tense, then the verb. If the subject is singular, the verb will be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb will be plural. If the subject is singular, the verb will be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb will be plural. I hope everybody has clearly understood the topic. What is sentence? Today I have tried my best to give you some information about sentence. In the next class, I will try again to make you clearly understand and to give you some more authentic information about sentence. Now today, আশা করব সবাই ভালো থাকবা। এই বৈশ্বিক মহামারীর হাত থেকে আমরা খুব দ্রুতই মুক্তি পাব এই আশাবাদ ব্যক্ত করব। সবাই স্বাস্থ্যবিধি মেনে জীবনযাপন করব, দেশকে এগিয়ে নিব, দেশের মঙ্গল কামনা করব, দেশের জন্য কাজ করব, দেশকে ভালোবাসব। এই কামনা ব্যক্ত করে আমি বিদায় নিচ্ছি। আসসালামু আলাইকুম।